What's up, guys? Trail here, better known as Budget Bill, and this is your third and fourth stimulus check update and stimulus package update for Monday, April the 5th. Good morning, everyone. Hope all of you had an amazing weekend. Millions of you finally received your $1,400 stimulus payment, and some of you are receiving pending payment statuses for this Wednesday, as well as we also got to celebrate Easter Sunday yesterday with our families. Hopefully you guys practice social distancing, but we are off to another week in the world of stimulus checks and whether we will even see a fourth stimulus check. Well, the topic is definitely heating up and more support is growing each day. There are over 21 senators and 53 representatives now getting behind the idea of one more stimulus check. They have thrown around the idea of $2,000 stimulus check, a $1,000 stimulus check, and also extending the unemployment insurance and more student loan forgiveness, and now money for first-time home buyers and student grant loans for those starting college. We even have the $200 monthly increase for Social Security recipients back on the table. Whether these will actually come to fruition, well, we are going to go ahead and dive into it today. But first, if this is your first time to the channel, hey, welcome and glad to have you. On this channel, we talk about finance, real estate, credit cards, and stimulus update news. So if any of those interest you in any way, go ahead and hit the subscribe button for me. That way you can join our community. Also, if you end up liking the content in this video or even laughing at one of my jokes, then go ahead and like the video. Other than that, guys, hey, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Alright guys, just a quick update regarding those 30 million Social Security recipients, SSI, SSDI, and Railroad. Most of you have been commenting about you received pending payment statuses at your bank accounts as well as your Direct Express cards. About 90% of the people are saying that the status has been updated and expecting to receive the stimulus payments on April the 7th this Wednesday. But we still have a few people still have no updated information at all. And then a few more people on Sunday stated that the IRS Get My Payment tool was not working or updating like it should have been. So not sure what's going on there. And then some of you actually received your $1,400 stimulus payment over the weekend. So no more waiting at all for some people. And then as a quick reminder, those VA or veterans will be receiving their stimulus payments sometime around the mid-March timeframe. The IRS states that they are still working through the information and hope to have those VA payments near the middle of this month. Now, if you are not a part of this round of stimulus checks that are being made after this Wednesday, then you are probably more likely to receive your stimulus payment by mail, and that's going to be either by a physical check or an EIP debit card. And a lot of those were mailed out on last Friday, and we are being told that this typically takes around 10 days after they mail them for you to receive them at your home. So I hope all of that information helps out majority of you. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the fourth stimulus checks. The discussions are really heating up over the last few days after President Biden released his infrastructure bill details last week, which is the Biden Build Back Better plan. The bill includes infrastructure, clean energy, manufacturing and workforce support, innovation and research and development, as well as caregiving economy. We now have around 24 U.S. senators calling for President Biden to send reoccurring stimulus checks to millions of Americans for the duration of the pandemic. This initially started with Senator Ron Wyden of Oregon, and now it includes Senator Ed Markey and Elizabeth Warren, and 21 lawmakers sent a letter to President Biden pressing him to include monthly payments, as well as automatic extensions on the unemployment insurance. They want Biden to include these in the future stimulus bill, and they are saying that a single direct payment will not last long for most families, and they are worried about the cliff facing unemployment workers when the unemployment insurance extensions expire on September the 6th, which is totally true. Yes, the American people are super excited when they finally get their $1,400 stimulus checks by direct deposit or by mail, just like those 30 million Social Security recipients from last week. But when that money gets spent within 5 to 7 days, the reality sinks in for a majority of Americans. Americans. The money really doesn't last long when you think about it. The letter says this crisis is far from over and families deserve certainty that they can put food on the table and keep a roof over their heads. Families should not be at the mercy of constantly shifting legislative timelines and ad hoc solutions. And outside of another stimulus check from the infrastructure bill, we may also see other things like student loan debt forgiveness, new homebuyer credits, lower taxes for low-income earners, and other debt forgiveness programs, as well as the recurring stimulus checks per month until the pandemic is over. So it appears that you have different groups of people calling for stimulus checks, but some question that if they really need them at a time right now, as the economy appears to be slowly bouncing back. And that's the thing. Without providing more stimulus aid, the economy will come back slowly. It may take another 1 to 2 years or so, but providing additional stimulus checks, such as the reoccurring stimulus payments, that would literally supercharge the economy to bounce back much quickly, especially if the Fed continues to keep interest rates down. More people are going to be borrowing money to spend and jolt the economy back to how it was prior to the pandemic, or even better than how it was. So additional stimulus aid could really be useful in the U.S. breaking out of this small recession and getting back to normal much faster. Now, what's going to happen if Biden does agree to include this in the infrastructure bill? Would it be enough to get support behind it to be a success? Well, Bernie Sanders was on CNN on Sunday morning, and he was asked whether the Democrats were all in this together and ready to support such an infrastructure bill. And this is what Bernie Sanders had to say about it.
Are you confident every Senate Democrat is going to support this bill when it comes time to vote, including Manchin?
Well, you'll have to talk to Mr. Manchin, but I think that at the end of the day, you got 50 Democrats in the caucus, so any one of them can say, I'm not supporting this. But we all understand that in this unprecedented moment in American history, when we have gone through the worst year in the modern history of this country, with so many people dying and getting sick and our economy tanking, that we have got to work with the president on an agenda that speaks to the needs of the working class and the middle class and low-income people who have, for so many years, really had their needs ignored. So I am confident. Look, there are differences of opinion. Every one of the Democrats has a different point of view. But at the end of the day, I think Chuck Schumer has been doing a good job trying to bring people together to say, you know what, the future of America is at stake. The future of American democracy is at stake. Because so many people have reached the conclusion the government doesn't address their needs. Working people are working longer hours for low wages. Mm-hmm. We have got to speak to that pain that's out there. And if your question is, do I think we're going to come together to do it? Yes, I do.
So yes, Bernie Sanders is pretty confident that all Democrats will come together to support this bill and ready to use the budget reconciliation process to get it passed. Now, whether Joe Manchin will support this bill is another question of its own. But hey guys, and then we also have Congress is considering including $15,000 in home buyer credit for the first-time home buyers. This is being considered to include in the infrastructure bill as a future tax and economic stimulus, which could explode millions of renters into their first homes. Congress said that this is going to be a key focus in 2021 that will reduce barriers to home ownership that could allow millions of renter households to finally enjoy the stability and wealth building of owning a home. Lawmakers would create a refundable and advanceable tax credit of up to $15,000. And if this happens, this could help the systemic inequalities in our financial system, including reforming the credit reporting system, and could help disadvantaged households get their foot in the door and close the racial homeownership gap. So this could be another great piece in the infrastructure bill that could help even more Americans. And speaking of homeownership, Chase Bank has a program out that will help individuals get into their first homes by giving them $2,500 towards the purchase of the home. This program is called the Chase Dream Maker program. The program is designed to help first-time homebuyers and borrowers with low to moderate incomes afford mortgages and buy their first home. The Dreammaker program enables eligible borrowers to buy a home with a down payment as low as 3% of the property purchase price and no minimum borrower contribution. Using this program, borrowers can hold 3% of equity in their homes when the mortgage closes without using any of their personal funds to make the down payment. By potentially lowering the amount of money home buyers are required to contribute to purchase a home and making mortgages more obtainable, the Dreammaker mortgage program reduces the barriers to home ownership for people with limited financial resources. Now, if this Chase Dreammaker program interests any of you, you can always just Google Chase Dreammaker to get more information. Outside of all of that, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. But as we start this new week off after a monster jobs numbers on Friday, let's see what type of responses we get this week regarding the fourth stimulus check. I will keep you guys posted on any future news that we receive. This has been another third and fourth stimulus check update video for you today. If you enjoyed any of this information or found it to be useful, be sure to hit the like button for me. It definitely helps out a lot, and it also tells YouTube to share this video with others. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button for me so that you can be a part of this community, and hit the notification bell to be notified of each new video. Again, as always, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.